Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and there's a link to my coffee account in the description, so please do support the channel in that way if you're able to. And yeah, so today we are back with some mill. So we did play an Azorius mill deck a few weeks ago using the new water crystal from Final Fantasy, which we are doing again. But this is a Dimir version of the deck that's kind of stripped out a lot of those kind of Azorius Control trappings and has kind of slimmed down to focus on the combo itself. So the deck is essentially all interaction and then card selection early interaction to keep the opponent from killing us too quickly, and then card selection to get us to our 2-card combo. And if you didn't see the previous video, so the Water Crystal is a 4-mana legendary artifact. It says blue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, but crucially it also says if an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead. You combine that with Sphinx's Tutelage, which says whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. If 2 non-land cards that share a colour were milled this way, repeat this process. So if you have both of these on the battlefield, you draw a card, the opponent mills 6 cards, but the Sphinx's Tutelage clause still counts. So if any of those 6 cards share a colour, which is extremely likely to happen, then you do it again, and then essentially just mill over their library straight away. So it's a fairly consistent sort of immediate win condition, providing you can get the 2 pieces down and then draw a card, which you can either do by playing something like a Consider or an Opt or a Treasure Cruise, or just waiting for the turn to pass through again. So yeah, that's the combo. Then we got various ways of kind of putting it together. So Consider, Opt, Stock Up are all kind of card selection. Thunder Trap Trainer is as well, that lets us take 1 card from the top 4 that's a non-creature, non-land. Treasure Cruise is card draw. So there's a lot of ways of just either getting the combo into our hand or rebuilding it if it's disrupted in some way, either through hand disruption, counter magic, whatever it might be. And then we've just got some interaction as well. So Thoughtseize for hitting the opponent's hand, and then just some early removal for with Fatal Push and Go for the Throat. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, and as I say, it's kind of paired back to its core combo. No Yori, and it's only a 60-card deck, this one. So a decent number of lands, 23, I think. Yeah, 23 lands, just so that we can reliably hit the 4 mana also that we need. Yeah, dual lands, Urborg, Swamps, Islands, Otawara, fairly self-explanatory. Sideboard, a couple of Spell Pierces and an Aether Gust, just for some additional hand counterspell. Duress for hand disruption. Long Goodbye is a good kind of answer to a lot of the ward creatures in the format, so things like Graveyard Trespasser, those annoying cards which can be quite hard to get rid of. Then we got some mass removal. I don't know why I keep wanting to call everything hand disruption. It's not hand disruption. I've got hand disruption on the brain. Mass removal with Path of Peril, Extinction Event, Deadly Cover Up, Shadow's Verdict. So various different ways of configuring that, and then 4 copies of Leyline of the Void. Just because we ideally want to leave our own graveyard alone. With Treasure Cruise, and Leyline is potentially a turn 0 play. So very, very effective graveyard hate. So yeah, that's the deck. Dimir Mill. Looking forward to this. See what I can do in comparison to the Azorius version that we played. Yeah, so that's the deck. Let's take it on to the ladder. I think this is fine. It doesn't have either bit of our combo, but it's got some early interaction. Then later on we got some card selection to go with it. Okay, so the opponent's got Thoughtseize, so they're going to be able to hit our hand regardless. So I think I will take the Deep Cavern Bat, as it's a creature attached to hand disruption. Yeah, I can see that making sense from the opponent's point of view. Okay, so we got Tutelage now. So This doesn't harm artifacts or enchantments. Okay, that's good. I assume they're going to play a tap land here. So this is some sort of Esper flash deck. Oh yeah, we'll take stock up. I think let's just get Sphinx's tutelage down. It puts them under a bit of pressure to do something. Yep, no, you carry on. Interesting they didn't want to hit my graveyard there. Okay, well, that's kind of fine because I can immediately fatal push it. So yeah, they could look in my hand, but it doesn't really help them. So, stock up I think is good here. No water crystal is frustrating, so we'll just take the stock up and the Thoughtseize, and then... Yeah, okay, so they've got various ways of disrupting what I do. I think No More Lies is the most impactful because it gets rid of it permanently. Yep, the tutelage, not so good. Well, it's not really doing anything. Okay. Wait a minute. Why have they got so many cards? They're not even playing Yorion. This is very suspicious. Okay, let's pass the turn. Let's get rid of their creature in response to that. That at least reduces the pressure on my life total a little bit. Okay, well, I like a Thoughtseize. So let's start with Thunder Trap. See if they want to pull the trigger in response. Nope. Boo. Alright, then I'll Thoughtseize you instead. That's fine, so that gives me the window I need to treasure cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These water crystals are hiding away, aren't they? Let's try stocking up. what do I want to do now? I think I'll still stock up. Okay, there's the water crystal. Go for the throats as well. We're running out of time a little bit here. Yep. So block. Go to 3. I think I'm kind of dead. Well, I suppose... How many cards have I got in my graveyard? 5. Okay, well, let's pass the turn. Because I'm not technically dead on board. So yeah, let's go for the throat there, Obscura Interceptor. Okay. Well, as long as it's not attacking me, that's the main thing. Interesting. Spell? Oh, it's just by an opponent. Okay, that makes sense. They can cast this again, which is kind of annoying. Thunder Trap, Thunder Trap, Thunder Trap. It's probably a no. Hey, I see. I got both bits of my combo. I've got to find some removal right now, unfortunately. But I don't think this is going to work, unfortunately. Nope. Just weren't quite able to get there. I mean, this is a tough matchup where the opponent's running so much kind of specifically flash interaction. So what do I want to sideboard in here? I think Spell Pierce in exchange for a cruise. Probably a stock up. I think that's fine. So again, we're hunting for our combo here, but maybe we can do a bit better than we did last time. Okay. You can have a look at my hand. Thunder Trap's a pretty good one to draw. So we'll take Sphinx's Tutelage. That's fine, we can rebuild the combo later. We'll just pass the turn, build up some cards in our graveyard. Yeah, that could go. We'll probably draw another land. Yep. That's 6. So let's get another Thunder Trap down. Grab a Thoughtseize. Okay, that's fine. So we don't quite have enough to treasure cruise. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they're going to go after my graveyard here. Let's take another look at your hand. What's worse here, Urtai or Emperor? Emperor doesn't really affect my game plan, so let's just get rid of the Urtai. Then pass the turn. Still got a fair amount of stuff going on here, which I'll be able to use to build up my hand again. Yeah, take another Thoughtseize. Need to be a little careful with my life total. Okay, fine. At least I get a card. Another treasure cruise is kind of mid. So I've got 4 cards in my graveyard now, so I'll pass the turn again. So block here. Go to 7. Fatal Push the Interrupter. Again, yeah, you do you, I suppose. So let's fire up the old treasure cruise. Okay, well we got the water crystals, so we can play that. Now we're just waiting for our other bit of our combo. Okay, they got another soul partition, fair enough. Yeah, this seems like a pretty... Yeah, I mean, if you were going to pick a deck that could, like, tangle with what we're doing, I mean, this is it, isn't it? Just, like, constant disruption to everything you try and do. Okay, that's not terrible. Trouble is, we can't... the opponent just not tapping out, it does become quite difficult. So yeah, that's just, with this interrupter just sitting here. So I have to take the block. Land here is super frustrating. No, that won't do it. Okay, well that technically keeps us alive for a turn, I suppose. So yeah, we'll say go. Yep, that's fine. You can have a peep in my hand. Okay, that was tough going, considering, yeah, just not a good matchup at all. A classic case of nobody is playing that deck apart from when you play a strategy which it is entirely tuned to beat. That is a shame, because with proper mana, that would be a good hand. So we'll put back a consider. Just constant counterspell decks is it going to be today? This is where we reveal our combo and the opponent never taps out again. Okay, so we got the water crystal. Now we just need tutelage. That is an aggressive use of Dispelling Exhale. I kind of dig it. So I think let's get the water crystal down from under a counter spell. Now we're just waiting for our thing. That's fine, you may create a fish. I'm unbothered by the creation of fish. Okay, I'm just going to draw all of my removal now, I take it. Well, I'll Fatal Push one of them. Okay, so they have some sort of dragon deck. Convoke. Well, I don't really want you convoking into that, so I'm actually going to kill your other fish now. Just hope I draw the cards I need. Or just more land and Nothing that I actually need. Yeah, I don't want them having access to this next turn. Okay. That's fine. That means they don't have a land, hopefully. Okay. Seems legit. Don't even have any cards in my hand to mill with the water crystal. So if I draw exactly Tutelage now, then... ridiculous. Okay. It's going to be one of those kind of days, I think. Okay. Duress and Spell Pierce in. Treasure Cruise. Bit too vulnerable to counter magic. Fatal Push. Well, I suppose Fatal Push is pretty bad, so let's take those out and keep the Treasure Cruisers in. Okay, this is a decent opener. Disruption, Tutelage, maybe a way of finding Water Crystal. Wow, the opponent is running certainly a thing. Rites of Bells and Lock. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry too much about the creatures, I don't think. We just got to revert to plan A. Okay. So let's get Tutelage down this turn. Yep, they can have Lord Skitter. Okay, we'll disrupt their hand again. We will take the right of Bells and Lock this time. Okay, there's the Water Crystal. Let's go hunting for another land, not that. The luck I have been dealt this particular set of games has been pretty woeful. Because now I need a land to cast the Water Crystal. Sort of straight away. Otherwise I'm just going to get hit by 3 steps ahead. Goodness sake. Okay. So that's almost certainly death, but let's get Lord Skitter out of the way at least, just for... I mean, where is all of my land? All I did last game was draw land. So this is very annoying, but I don't think it can be helped particularly. Yep, I am dead on board. Okay, this looks decent. There we go. Redundancy in one of the bits of our combo. Let's see what they've got going on in their hand. Okay, so they're a Bring to Light deck, so I think we're... So I think I'm just going to take their Bring to Light here and just disrupt the main plan of their deck. Thunder Trap. Grab a stock up. Yeah, let's get Sphinx's tutelage down. Let's try and force them to pull the trigger on their removal. Huh. Oh, well, I guess it'll be some land then. Hard casting Tybalt, that's fun. Well, thank you. Okay, so they got Pillage. Pillage is quite annoying, actually. I think we do have to try and do the thing. So let's play the Water Crystal. Just hope they miss with their searching for answers. Okay, more land. Interesting. That's hella risky. I think they've just... Yeah, we should just win from here. They'll be able to get a lot of value, but... So, let's play Sphinx's tutelage. And we'll draw with Consider. This shouldn't be too difficult in a Niv to Light deck. A lot of their cards share a colour, because there's so many of them. Oh, no, we whiffed with them with 17 cards left in their graveyard. Okay, in which case let's go stocking up and draw another. Yep, consider and probably Fatal Push is fine. And then we'll try again. Yep, take an opt. Go! Okay, now it worked. Cool, okay. So, the opponent is running Niv to Light, which is definitely one where we want a Spell Pierce and a Duress. Yeah, I think Fatal Push is pretty weak in this matchup. Can't hit Sylvan Caryatid, which is kind of the main thing you'd want it to hit. So the opponent's not going to be quite so easily fooled in this second set of games, but let's hit them with the old Thoughtseize. Yeah, take Dovin's Veto. Yeah, well, I'll take both of those, to be honest, while I'm here. And you can just not really do anything. How about that? Okay, let's assume they haven't drawn any more stuff. Yep, love that. So we definitely got an opportunity here. Let's go digging for what we want. Yeah, take another consider. Pass the turn, then we got Go for the Throat and Spell Pierce available to us. Cool. Well, I can Spell Pierce that. Give me the Water Crystal. Or Treasure Cruise is fine. Start with Opt. Yep, there's the Water Crystal. And we'll Treasure Cruise away all of these. Now we've got Go for the Throat as well. Play an island. They stock up. Thunder Trap, and let's just get another Sphinx's Tutelage just in case they have an answer for this one. Ideally, I do just want a way of drawing a card, like an Opt or something. So they're down to 43 cards already, so actually I'm already having a pretty good go at their library. I wonder if they've gone away for a sulk. I mean, it's fair enough. Is it, though? Is it really necessary? Think of the fun we could be having right now. So yeah, like a lot of combo decks, this feels very glass cannon. Yeah, this one in particular, I think, just because there's no plan B. I mean, I'm not going to be able to hit them with Thunder Trap trainers until they die. And yeah, we've just, I think this is a fine performing deck. We were unlucky with those first couple of matchups. Decks that you don't really see very often, but are kind of finely tuned for beating this one. But yeah, we've pretty swiftly taken care of Tutelage, which is probably a more favourable matchup for this deck, just because they're kind of doing their own thing while I'm doing my thing, and my thing's probably slightly quicker on average. I mean, they're not here anymore, but let's take Niv Mizzet. I mean, they could have played a Niv Mizzet Reborn. That would have not been the end of the game. Play the Water Crystal. Say, I don't think it really matters here, because they're not coming back, but this is what I would be doing. Yeah, then I take another Treasure Cruise. And now we just wait. They'll blow up after this timer runs through, I would imagine, but they'd probably be pretty swiftly dead once this combo is resolved. The Water Crystal making everything cheaper is actually a sneaky advantage. Yeah, we could have had a Niv Mizzet Reborn. And then who knows what they might have drawn into. Yeah, I don't think they were as out of it as they seem to think. Okay. 1 and 2 with an asterisk for this deck. The asterisk being very unfavourable matchups with some. And that second match. I mean, the first match was a bit of a no-hope, but that second match was also not helped by some pretty unlucky drawing. So, yeah. Bit of a mixed picture, but as you'd expect, Mill is still a bit of a meme. But yeah, the addition of the Water Crystal does allow for some interesting little combos. It's quite a powerful card. So yeah, there is a combo deck using the Wandering Minstrel. I haven't yet attempted to build it because it just looks very tiring, but maybe I should try that one at some point. But yeah, this was Dimir Mill. Yeah, mixed record, but kind of justifiably so, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Decent, but very, very fragile. Rather like myself. So that is the deck. Here's the deck list one more time, and in the description as usual. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and contribute to the coffee count if you can. And I'll see you next time.